News, a driver's desperate escape caught on camera. How police finally arrested the suspect. Plus, the new effort on the streets of downtown Portland to get drug users into treatment.
It's nice to see that they're helping instead of just giving people a hard time.
How police are working to connect them with help instead of issuing a fine. Then later.
Regains their hope in humanity pretty much. It really has meant a lot.
Why a local family is giving thanks even after losing their home in a fire. Thank you for joining us at 11. I'm China Green. We begin with what will be a major disruption for Max riders in Portland. A month from now, the Gateway Max station will be out of service for several weeks. Catherine Cook takes a look at why and what it will mean for riders.
Gateway Transit Center is a major hub connecting 3 Max lines. It's about to connect to the new Gateway North station. But first, 6 weeks without any trains running through here. And for folks who rely on them, that means planning ahead. At the Gateway Transit Center,
people need to get around.
The trains are always busy. On Wednesday night, those who rely on them
every day
were surprised to learn they'll have to do without Max service at Gateway for 6 weeks, from January 14th to February 25th.
For what reason?
TriMet says crews will use that time to connect the new track and systems they built just north of the transit center. They'll also get the new Gateway North station ready for service. During that disruption, TriMet is asking riders who take the blue, green, and red lines to use other means of transportation.
That's pretty inconvenient for me, just because, the Max stops right outside my building.
Jennifer Wen takes the green line to work, which runs from Clackamas straight through downtown.
Probably I'll have to take the bus now, which means a longer commute for me.
TriMet says this disruption will call for more shuttle buses than usual. In some cases, riders will need to transfer from one shuttle bus to another to make connections.
It's gonna probably make me late in some occasions.
TriMet hopes it will all be worth it. They say the Better Red project will improve train movement between Gateway and PDX by adding another track to the airport. There will also be new bridges and a new Max station for inbound trains heading downtown. You'll find that just north of Gateway. It should all be ready to go on February 26th. In Northeast Portland, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
Let's get you caught up on other headlines tonight. Clark County sheriffs need your help solving a deadly hit and run. They're looking for this 2015 to 2019 white Chevy Silverado. It may have front end damage. Deputies are calling it a vehicle of interest. Cynthia Clift was killed in this crash on December 2nd on Northeast Highway 99 near the 82nd Street intersection. Police in Milwaukee say a man died while they were transporting him from the hospital to another facility. Details are limited, but investigators say he was discharged from the Providence Hospital emergency room but refused to leave. When Milwaukee police arrived, they learned the man had several active warrants, but instead of arresting him, they determined that he was unable to care for himself and was taken to Unity Center for behavioral health. When they got there, they say the man wasn't breathing. The 2 Milwaukee officers involved are on administrative leave. We'll keep following up on this case to learn more. 2 people have been arrested accused of ramming police vehicles and trying to get away. This is police video of the incident here. It started in Tigard last Friday with a call about 2 people who were slumped over in a car. When an officer approached the car by Southwest Pacific Highway, police say the driver hit 2 patrol cars to escape. Police say the driver and a passenger eventually ditched the car and ran. They were found hiding in a nearby neighborhood. Both were arrested and face a number of charges. It was an emotional day in Clark County Court for a rape survivor and her supporters. The man she met on a dating app was sentenced to years in prison for sexually assaulting her in 2021. That survivor went before a judge to recount her attack and asked for the maximum sentence. The judge agreed, sentencing Michael Bartolini to at least 7.5 years in prison before he's eligible for parole, but he could serve up to the rest of his life if parole is denied. Erin hopes her fight will inspire other women to come forward.
I'm not a public speaker, but this is one thing I felt like I had to speak on, because it's not right. It's not.
Now, while there was some relief about the sentencing, advocates representing Erin claim justice could have come sooner if her rape kit was not stuck in a statewide backlog. Now, fortunately, that backlog is now clear. Washington State Attorney General Bob Ferguson announced in October that thousands of rape kits have been processed. And tonight, we got an update on a man suspected of being a drug ringleader in Oregon. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office says the suspect, who goes by the name Luis Funes, was arrested again after he failed to appear in court. Funes was first arrested last week following a raid at 2 Portland area properties. Authorities seized 52 pounds of powdered fentanyl along with cash and guns. You're seeing pictures there of what they got. But Funes was released the same day on a promise to appear in court. When he didn't show up, a warrant was issued and authorities tracked him down in southeast Portland tonight.
To see if we can make those in-person connections here on the street to hopefully steer people into recovery.
Police just launched a new program to try and get drug users off the streets or Portland and connected to services. The pilot project, which started today, is a collaboration between Portland Police, Oregon State Police, and outreach workers. Blair Best has those details.
On the streets of Old Town, it's easy to go unnoticed.
I'm scared, alone.
These two struggle with an addiction to just about
Everything.
everything.
A lot of us don't know where to start or where to go for any kind of services.
It's that disconnect Portland Police is now trying to fix.
So we're trying to kind of break that cycle now by just starting to, introduce people to service providers who can come out on the street that moment and hopefully make those connections that, convince people to go into recovery.
It's a new approach to addiction that hit the streets Wednesday morning.
Today is a pilot project. This is the first day, very early stages. So when we interact with folks on the street who are actively using in public spaces and they express any interest in getting help, we're able to connect them in that moment with a social worker and then hopefully steer them into treatment.
That's been the missing piece.
It's also where Joe Bezeghi and his team at Recovery Works Northwest come in. When police find someone willing to get help, they send the outreach workers.
The window of openness to recovery, it's short and it closes quickly. So being able to meet people where they're at when they're ready, that leads to, roads to long-term wellness.
As opposed to what they've been doing under Measure 110, which is giving people using in public a fine and a number to call for treatment.
But it's nice to see that they're helping instead of just giving people a hard time.
The bike squad is able to take on such a project with the help of state troopers.
We just have more presence out there. We can cover more ground and reach more people.
It would give them a chance to see us as actual people.
And that was Blair Best reporting. Police tell us tonight of the 67 people they contacted today, 17 of them accepted help from social workers on the spot. There's still a great need for more detox beds for those who say yes to getting help. Right now, the city currently has just over 100 beds. In developing news, a family in Boring is thanking family, friends, and their community for the outpouring of support they've received after they lost everything in a house fire. No one was at home at the time, but the family did lose 3 of their dogs and a cat. It was last week when neighbors heard some kind of explosion. That's when they looked out their windows and saw flames shooting out of the home. The house is a total loss, but Roy Diaz-Meza says that he and his father have been so thankful for their family and even strangers who have been reaching out to help.
My dad's saying that the people that have helped the most is our friends, family, and everybody else here in the community that just wants to help after seeing what happened.
Yeah, I give them some money to help them buy some clothes and some food. And I think they're going to get help from the Red Cross.
The family does have insurance, but it's only going to cover about $30,000 worth of damage. Their house is worth nearly $120,000, so that's not going to go very far. But 2 of their cars that were parked outside of the home also destroyed as well. No word yet on what caused that fire. You're watching KGW News at 11, and still ahead, a massive recall for Tesla, the models impacted, and how the company plans to fix a major safety issue. Plus, hitting the ice, a preview into the new rink opening soon in downtown Portland.
I bet that'll be a big hit. Hey, sunrise was a big hit too. It was beautiful this morning. It is gray now. Well, it's dark now, but the clouds rolled on in. There's rain along the coast, and that's rolling in too. We'll let you know how much we'll see, and we'll talk about the chance for mountain snow next week.